Hi, my name is Lydia Petru, and today I will be speaking to you in regarding to domestic family violence and how is identified and responded to in counseling practices. This presentation will cover what domestic family violence is, its relevance to counseling, key risk factors and indicators, and appropriate responses, including safety, planning, and referral pathways. In Australia, one woman a week is killed at the hands of her partner or ex-partner. Domestic violence and family violence is a pattern of behavior used to control, dominate, or create fear in another person. It is important to understand that domestic family violence is not just physical abuse. It extends to psychological abuse and isolation, sexual abuse, emotional, um, that destroys a person's self esteem and the ability to stand up for themselves. It extends to, it occurs in all cultures, age groups, and social economical background. It is a major social and health issue because it is a serious and long term impact on individuals, children, and families. It is relevant to counseling because the victim does not come to a counseling to say, I'm being abused. In a lot of instances, don't even know that. But they do come to counseling for various reasons, health issues such as anxiety, um, depression, trauma, symptoms and relationship difficulties, or parenting stress. The counselor must be able to recognize possible signs and respond in a sensitive and safe way. Counselors also have a duty of care. They are mandatory reporters to prioritize the safety and well-being of the clients and any children involved. Creating a safe, non-judgmental environment is essential to support disclosure. There are specific risk factors that can increase the likelihood of domestic family violence. Some of them are pregnancy, separation, escalation in violence, or risk factors could include financial stress, losing the loss of a job, substance abuse, drugs abuse, jealousy, or controlling partner can access to weapons. These factors are important because they can indicate a high level of danger and need to immediately um, be planned for um, the safety planning and referrals. There are also common indicators that may suggest a client is experiencing domestic family violence. These include appearing fearful, anxious, or withdrawn, having unexplained injuries, and canceling appointments. This means that they're either financially unable to attend counseling or not allowed. The person with power may decide that they don't need counseling. Some of the warning indicators include social isolation, low self-esteem. Recognizing the indicators help counselors ask the appropriate questions. Risk assessment and counseling responses. In Victoria, family violence is a risk assessed in using the EMRA framework. This stands for Multi-Agency Risk Assessment and Management Framework. It provides structured approach to identifying the level of risk, ongoing assessment, information sharing when required to keep people safe. A part of the counseling response is important to believe that the client is experiencing the domestic family violence. Validate the experience. Use trauma-informed approach, prioritize safety, and respect the client's right to make their own decisions. This is the part where it's a little bit difficult because fear is huge and the victim may not want to be involved in do anything about it. Safety planning is a key part of responding to domestic family violence. This may include identifying emergency contact, organizing a safe place to go, creating a code word with a trusted person, and preparing important documents and essential items. If children are involved, their safety must also be included in the plan. Referrals to specialized services is essential because counselors do not manage domestic family violence alone. In Victoria, this includes Safe Step for 24-hour crisis support, the Orange Door for ongoing family violence, and they've taken over the domestic child abuse sector. Referrals will be made to the police, legal services, accommodation, and mental health services. Counsellors do not work alone and must refer to the appropriate specialist services. This may include domestic and family violence support services. There are some things that are ethical consideration, confidentiality, must be upheld. Sometimes there are elderly people that are in domestic violence situations, and the main thing is secrecy. There are elderly people that are being abused by their own children and by our carers. The money is being taken, medication not supplied. Also the medication not being supplied, not provided with food. The main thing which makes a difference is child protection. Children exposed to violence within the home while they're growing up extends to when they become adults. They may also follow that pattern of becoming the abuser or being abused. A child can be recognized by being withdrawn. The development is affected. The learning is affected. Negligence is a big factor as well. So not having clothing, not having books, not having food, being yelled at, being sworn at, all those things affect a young child. Our prisons are full of people that have experienced this type of childhood. So, in many instances, I believe it is 1 in 5 that they can actually have a proper life. These children, it is crucial to address these issues while they're young. The development is extremely important in how to develop the self esteem, the safety. The feeling of safety is very important to these children, or else we will have the next generation of kids that undergoing this type of domestic violence. In conclusion, more has to be done um, to support and not be part of that. Some cultures, they believe that the perpetrator is the male who has a right to abuse his wife. They actually believe that, abuse their children, but mainly the wife. They believe that they owe them to obey, and it must stop.